In this video, I will answer a common query among programmers, that is Bash a programming language? The answer to this question is yes, Bash is actually a programming language. I will explain the reasons behind this in this video. So let us start. As I have mentioned before, Bash is a programming language. The most obvious question that comes in your mind is, why is it so? The answer is very simple. It is because Bash contains all the basic programming constructs or features that are used by other programming languages. The shell, or what we call the command line interface, is the basic interface where we write our scripts. You can use Bash variables to store and manipulate data. Conditional statements can be used to incorporate conditions in your code. Loop structures are used to rewrite repetitive codes efficiently. User-defined functions can also be used to rewrite efficient codes and generate specific tasks. Next, you have input and output management, which is used to control the input and output of a file. There is also scope for redirection, which is used to control where the input comes from and the output goes to, and also control the standard errors. Command substitution is a very unique feature in Bash, which allows you to store the output of a specific command and use it later to a specific part of a next command or initialize it to a different variable. There is also scope for shell expansion, which is used to handle file names, path names, and folder names. Scripting is a default feature for Bash as it is a scripting language. You can use environment variables to store default values, configuration settings, and system informations. These were some of the basic programming constructs that are used by all programming languages, and Bash contains all of them. Now I'll be talking about some basic differences between Bash and other programming languages. In terms of syntax, Bash has a much simpler and concise syntax, whereas other programming languages like Python and C++ have much more extensive syntax. Bash is used for scripting and automation tasks, whereas other programming languages have a variety of purposes as their general purpose. Bash is restricted to a limited standard library, whereas other programming languages like Python have a much more extensive library and framework. In terms of portability, Bash is mostly used by Unix-based systems, whereas other programming languages are mostly cross-platform. In terms of learning curve, Bash is much easier to learn due to its simpler syntax, whereas other programming languages take time to adapt for having a much more extensive syntax. Furthermore, Bash is an interpreter language, whereas other programming languages are mostly compiled. In terms of use case, Bash is mostly used for scripting and automation purposes, whereas other programming languages have a variety of usage, such as software development, machine learning, data analysis, and so on. So that was all for today. I hope you got your answer covered. Thank you for watching.